Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So things are starting to look a little bit more normal in the sport of boxing, which is a good thing. And it's because of Devin Haney. The undisputed champion, Devin Haney, he shows up with all the belts to do his first face-off with George Kambosos for the rematch. And one of the main things you'll notice, at least what I notice, is Devin Haney is not carrying the franchise belt. And a man of his word, he's also not carrying the Ring Magazine belt. After the Ring Magazine completely disrespected Devin Haney by putting Lomachenko on their pound-for-pound list, but not Devin Haney, who's the Ring Magazine champion and the undisputed champion in the lightweight division, compared to Lomachenko, who doesn't even have one single belt. But going back to the WBC franchise belt, this was a big statement in the right direction, because Devin Haney, he understood that that franchise status was really the MBF status. It was an immunity belt because it would give certain fighters on the hope list, or any fighter on the hope list, immunity from black dangerous mandatories. You guys should remember when Lomachenko was the WBC champion and his mandatory was Devin Haney. Instead of fighting his mandatory, he decided to vacate the belt, and all of a sudden he became the WBC franchise champion. The same thing happened with Canelo Alvarez. As soon as Jamal Charlo became his mandatory and he was ordered to either fight Jamal or vacate the belt, he decided to vacate the belt as well. And all of a sudden, the next day, he became the franchise champion. Fighters like Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, and George Kambosos, they proudly waved that franchise belt. But you notice no black fighter has ever wanted that belt because they don't want to be protected. They don't need to be protected. And that is the statement that Devin Haney made when he posed without that fake belt. Things were not supposed to play out this way, guys. They never expected Devin Haney to become the undisputed champion in the lightweight division. That was once again the whole purpose of the franchise belt, to prevent fighters like Devin Haney from becoming the real undisputed champion. So while fighters like Lomachenko, he used it to avoid his mandatory Devin Haney, other fighters like Teofimo Lopez, he used the franchise status to claim that he was the undisputed lightweight champion to justify not fighting the only WBC champion to really become undisputed. And George Kambosos, he did the exact same thing. So the plan was working, but it was short-lived when George Kambosos was forced to take the Devin Haney fight. While Kambosos kept telling the public that his next opponent is going to be either Devin Haney or Lomachenko, later Kambosos would admit that Lomachenko was always his planned opponent to fight next, until Lomachenko became unavailable because of the war.
First off, I want to start off by saying I'm not a kid, so he can stop calling me a kid. I'm a man, and I will show him that in the ring. He did not choose me. He was forced into it.
You were chosen, boy. You were chosen, boy.
When white supremacy goes wrong, you know, guys, in the movies, the bad guy, the villain, he always gets what's coming to him towards the end of the movie, or at the end of the movie, right? It usually has a happy ending, that great karma story. In the movies, people are often rooting against the villain. They're rooting for the good guys. The main reason a lot of us watch movies like that is to see what type of consequences the villain will end up suffering. But unfortunately, in the real world, those same people that are rooting for the good guys in the movies, they're actually rooting for the villains in the real world. And while we don't see a lot of happy endings in the real world, or maybe I should say enough of them, it is definitely a beautiful thing to see when it does happen. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to LODkey.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.
Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.